Hi, this is Don McAllister and welcome to another edition of Screencasts Online. As I mentioned in my recent app review show, Craft has become my go-to app for writing, capturing information and organising my thoughts. Lee did a fantastic job back in January 2021 of explaining the basic functionality of Craft, but there have been significant changes and improvements to the app since then. Now, I would still recommend checking out show 1017, or just search for Craft on the Screencast Online website or in the Screencast Online members app, as this will give you a more detailed look at the basics. In this show, I'm going to focus on the huge amount of improvements implemented over the past 24 months. If you're not familiar with Craft, at its core it's an app for creating, organising and sharing beautifully polished documents, but it can be so much more than that. Now, to be honest, although it has tons of features to make your documents gorgeous, that's not really the main attraction for me. Most of my documents are just nice and simple, so I won't focus too much on advanced formatting. Craft has native apps for Windows, macOS, iOS and iPadOS, as well as access to a fantastic web application, all of which sync together seamlessly. It's available as a subscription service from the Craft website over at www.craft.do, which does include a free option with limited storage, as well as a Pro and Business option. However, if you're a setup subscriber, you can get access to the Pro version on macOS and iOS as part of your subscription. Now, without delving too much into the basics that Lee covered in show 1017, here is a brief refresher of some of the basic concepts. I've skipped the installation process, it's perfectly straightforward, but I've gone ahead and installed Craft here on my Mac. Now, I've logged into my SCO demo account, and if I go across to this icon here, I can see the various spaces that are set up within the account. Now, spaces are top-level containers that allow you to organise your Craft content in many different ways. Now, as you can see here, I've got a private space, which no one has access to other than myself. I can create a new space from here, but down here I also have a test space that was actually created on my personal account, and I've shared it with the SCO demo account. So I can go in here and have full access to all the documentation within this particular test space. Now, by using spaces, it does allow you to collaborate with others. You might have a family space that you share with your family and a separate work one that you share with work colleagues. Now, regardless if a space is shared or not, you can share or publish individual pages within that space separately. So let's go ahead and create a separate private space called Screencast Online Demo. So if I click on New Space and then Create New Space, and we'll just name this, I'll just click Create. Now, at this stage, I can invite others to join the space, either via putting the email address in here or by creating this invite link and sending it to them. But I'm going to keep this private for now, and I'm just going to close down that dialog box. So this is the home view for this particular space. You can see the space name up here at the top, Screencast Online Demo. We have this sidebar over here, and that allows us to access the different types of documents, but we'll look at that later, and also to create and manage folders here as well. Now, I can remove this if I want to, but we'll pull it back in for visibility. Now, there are 3 documents or pages already created in here, so a quick start guide, a craft handbook, and some links to some videos. Now, you can change how this display is formatted. I've got this option here, or I can have them just as squares, or I can have a list view, and you can also change the sort order as well, but we'll put it back to the original view. There are 3 links here, so I can see my documents, I can see my members for the space, and here I can create a new invite link if I want to, or I can invite people via email. And then I have my space settings. If we just go back to documents, from here there are 3 buttons. I can create a new document on a blank page. You will notice as well that there are these pop-ups for the keyboard shortcuts. Command and N will actually create a new document. I've got the option to create a new folder and options to access templates, but again, more about templates later. And then we have some options here to show recently viewed or daily notes. And again, this is a new feature which we'll cover shortly. So let's create our first document. I can do it from here, or I can go over to this link. And again, if I just tap away and just hover over, you'll see there is Command N to start a new document or folder, but I'm going to select the drop down and say New Document. That's just a quick preview of one of this week's Apple-related tutorials from Screencasts Online. Screencasts Online is your premium source of Apple-related video tutorials. all of our members get access to brand new up-to-date tutorials each week, as well as unlimited access to our entire video archive full of Mac and iOS related tutorials. You can stream and download all of our videos on your Mac, iPad and iPhone, and even your Apple TV using the members-only Screencasts Online Apple TV app. Membership also includes a complimentary subscription to the digital Screencasts Online monthly magazine, published each month and packed with videos, articles, reviews, as well as hints and tips covering all aspects of the Mac, iPad, iPhone, and all of the other fantastic Apple products. So, if you're ready to start getting the most out of your Apple devices, visit screencastsonline.com today and become a Screencasts Online member.